Hello students, welcome to our history class. From last video we starting the lesson number 10, Ancient India, Cultural. The name of our lesson number 10 is the Ancient India Cultural. This lesson contains 5 points. In last video we completed some points, language and literature, life of the people and science. Now let us start centers of education. There were many famous centers of education in ancient India. Students from other countries also came there for their studies. Takshashila University. Takshashila was an important city on the ancient India trade route. Today is it in Pakistan. Archaeological evidence found there suggests that the city was established in the 6th century BC. Jivaka, contemporary of Gautam Buddha and the famous Vaidya, had studied the Takshashila University. Yes, student. In last point, the mathematics and astronomy. Indians were the first to use numerals 1 to 9 and the number 0. They also invented the decimal system. Aryabhatta, Varamihir and Brahmagupta were mathematicians and the astronomers of great renown. Then next point is center of education, Takshashila University. By the 4th century BC, the fame of the university had spread far and wide. Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Maurya Empire, was educated at the university. The grammarian Panini and the Vaidya Chakra were also students of the Takshashila University. The important center of education in ancient India were Takshashila, Varanasi, Vallabhi, Nalanda, Vikramshila and Kachi. Nalanda was the famous university where students from foreign countries also studied. The subject taught at these educational centers included among the other grammar, logic, philosophy and medicine. Here Varanasi, Vallabhi, Nalanda University and Vikramshila University. Varanasi, the river Ganga has two tributaries, Vara and Asi. The city located between them came to be called Varanasi. Since ancient times, it has had centers which provided education in the areas of Vedic as well as Jain and Buddhist philosophy. Then Vallabhi. Vallabhi was an ancient city in Saurashtra, Gujarat. From the 5th to 8th century CE, it was an important center of Jain and Buddhist philosophy. Nalanda University. The remains of the ancient Nalanda University can be found near today's Patna city in Bihar. Emperor Harshavardhan made generous donation to this university. According to the description of Yang Chong and Itsing, Nalanda University could accommodate thousands of students. The library stocked thousands of books. Students seeking admission to the university had to appear for the examination of an entrance gate. Then Takshashila University. Here the seal of the Nalanda Mahavihar. You see the picture, the seal of the Nalanda Mahavihar. Then next point is Vikramshila University. This university was located near today's Bhagalpur in Bihar. Vikramshila University in Bihar today is located. It was established by the king named Dharmapal in the 18th century CE. Then Kachi. During the reign of the Pallava dynasty in 6th century CE, Kachi in Tamil Nadu emerged in an important center of education. It was the center for the teaching and learning of Vedic, Jain and Buddhist exist. Here complete our 4th point and then last point is art and architecture. Here student, our last point is art and architecture. Indian architecture flourished from the Maurya period and reached the great heights during the Gupta period. There were suptas, vihas, temples and piers. Indian architecture reached the peak during the Maurya and Gupta periods. The stone pillar erected by Emperor Ashoka at various places are excellent example of Indian sculpture. The stupa at the Sachi and cave sculpture and at Udaygiri, Khandagiri, Kerala, Nashik, Ajanta, Erola, etc. show that the same tradition advanced even further. The art of making images was developed during the Gupta period. Here student bronze statue of Nataraj, then stupa at Sachi, then the iron pillar at Mehrali. Iron pillar at Mehrali. The art of making images was developed during the Gupta period. Temple architecture developed during the regions of the Chalukya and Pallava dynasty in South India. The temple of Mahabalipuram are the testimony to this architecture. The art of making bronze images of deities emerged during the period of Pallavas. Here student bronze statue of Nataraj. Thus it is clear that ancient India culture was very prosperous and advanced. Ancient Indian culture was very prosperous and advanced. In the next chapter we will study India's contact with other civilization and its far-reaching impacts.